Hi, boys and girls. Thank you so much for joining me for your next science lesson today. We started forces and motion last week with a push and a pull, and we're just going to review those two things before we move on to two new ones. So real fast, show me what a push is. Can you show me a push with your body? Yeah, push is when you push something away. It's a force that moves something away from you. Very good. And show me a pull. Good job. A force to move something towards you, correct? It could be pulling something behind you. It could be pulling something in front of you. It could be pulling something to the side of you, but it is coming towards your body, whereas a push is going away from your body. Today, we are going to learn about two more forces. One of them is called magnetism, and the other one is called gravity. Now, I know most of you know all about gravity thanks to Mrs. Bingle in the science lab, but we're going to review it anyway. So let's go ahead and start with magnetism. Magnetism is a force that pulls metals towards a magnet. So I went ahead and I looked in my kitchen and I found a few magnets on our fridge. And then I asked Mr. Arnold if he had any magnets out in his garage. And he found one for me so that I can show you some different type of magnets and how they pull things to the magnet. Now, they don't pull everything to a magnet. They only pull metal to the magnet. Okay, so we're going to test that out. I went to the fridge first and I found some magnets. These are Mickey Mouse pants because we all know Mrs. Arnold loves Disney. So I have a magnet on the back of my Mickey Mouse pants. I have a magnet for my doggy's vet. And I just have a little state of Florida magnet as well. Okay, so these are all different types of magnet. Now, these magnets aren't super strong. So they may not pick up things as well as other types of magnets. These are kind of just used for holding things on the fridge. Like papers, maybe your mommy puts your picture up on the fridge or something like that. Maybe important notes go up on the fridge. Maybe a grocery list goes up on the fridge. Usually these types of magnets help with that. So these are not super strong magnets, but we will go ahead and test one out. I'm going to see which one seems to be the strongest. This one, the Mickey Mouse pants, of course. So I have my Mickey Mouse pants with the magnet on the back, and I have a little metal binder clip. It's used to clip paper together, but it's all made of metal. So it should work. If I were to touch it to the magnet, it should, yep, there we go. It grabbed. So see how a magnet pulls things to it. Oops, I missed. Let's try another one. It pulls things to it. I also have some paper clips. Let's see if it'll do the same thing. So paper clip is all metal, right? Because it's all shiny. Yep, it grabs the paper clip. Now, I have this. Will this grab with the magnet? If I set it on the magnet, will it stay there? It's a piece of paper. No, because it's not metal. Magnets only work with metal objects. So, Mr. Arnold let me borrow his fancy one that he uses with cars and other things. This part's a magnet on the end, and it should pick up things. So I have a box of paper clips here. I'm going to hold up, and we're going to see how strong Mr. Arnold's magnet is. Are you ready? Oh, look at how many paper clips it can pick up. Whereas the Mickey Mouse pants was, it could hold one, but this picked up that many. How cool is that? Okay, let's see. Put those back. Will it pick up the piece of paper that I dropped earlier? Will it grab that? Nope, it doesn't. What about, a binder clip? Let's see. It does. It can pick up the binder clip because it is made of metal. Very good. So, I found different types of magnets around my house. Maybe today you can go looking around your house to see if you have different type of magnets to try things on. Our other force we are going to learn today is gravity. Now, Mrs. Bingle has already taught you all gravity. You guys made like a little piece of paper thing where you threw it up and it went back down, right? You tested out gravity. Gravity is a force that pulls everything towards the earth, which is the ground. So it's going to pull it down. So I have a few different objects to test gravity with today, and it's going to be a little hard to do on this camera, but we're going to attempt, okay? So I am going to start with the piece of paper, and I borrowed Abby's bone, one of her toys. So we have to see which one do you think will be pulled down faster by gravity? Do you think the paper will go faster? Or do you think the bone, which it's a solid bone, it's rubber, but it's heavy, a lot heavier than the piece of paper. Which one do you think will go faster? Well, let's try this. Let me see if I can tilt that down more. Okay, ready? I'm going to drop them both. Ready, set, go. Did one hit the ground before the other, do you think? I know you can't see the ground. Let's try again. Let's see if they go faster. They don't, do they? They go at the same speed. That's the interesting thing about gravity, because gravity is going to pull everything down. They're both going to go towards the ground. They're not going to go up. They're not going to go sideways unless you throw them. They're both going to go towards the ground, but they go towards the ground at the same speed. So interesting. So I want you to stand up for a second, push in your chair so that you don't get hurt, and I want you to jump. There are two forces in motion that we've learned about when you jump that come into play. Which two come into play when you jump up and down? Okay, so we talked about this last week. When you jump, is that a push or a pull? Are your feet pushing off the ground or pulling on the ground? They're pushing, so you have a push. And then once you go up, you have to come back down. What force is pulling you back down towards the earth? Gravity. Gravity is. Very good. So that's two different forces working together. I just pointed to the wrong ones. Two different forces pointing together or working together to get you back on the ground, right? If we have a magnet, we also have two forces in play, right? I have a little paper clip in my hand. What is the magnet going to do? Is it pushing or pulling? It's pulling because it's bringing something towards itself, and magnetism comes into play, doesn't it? So a magnet also uses two. It uses pull and magnetism, whereas a jump uses push and gravity. Now the magnet keeps the item from falling back down because the magnet is holding it up. But if the magnet wasn't there, this would also fall down just like everything else that you do. So today, I want you to go on a little exploration around your house. I want you to test out gravity with a few different objects, stuffed animals, maybe a ball, a dog toy, a blanket, a pillow. Use things that are not going to break anything in your house. Do not break anything. But test out gravity. See if you drop them both, which one will hit the ground faster. Maybe something might hit the ground faster. Maybe something doesn't. I don't know. But you can test it. You can test it from different heights. So maybe you do it just barely above the ground. Maybe you do it from sitting in a chair. Maybe you do it from standing up. Maybe from sitting on top of your bed. You can try different heights to see if that affects gravity at all. And then I want you to go on a hunt and try to find a magnet around the house somewhere. Check the fridge. Ask your mommy, daddy, Gigi, Mimi, your grandpa, Boppy, whoever lives with you. Ask them if they know of where any magnets are. And I want you to see if you can find something that your magnet will stick to. Remember, magnets only stick to metal things. So would this stick to Abby's rubber bone down here? Would it stick to that? No, because it's not metal. So I want you to go around and see if you can find something that your magnet will stick to. Okay? So go explore magnetism and gravity today. Sound great? Awesome. Thank you so much for learning with me. Bye.